introduce myself. My name is Mesya Salsa Billa with student ID number 632400937. I am from the Accounting Department, Faculty of Economic and Business, Bina Sarana Informatika University, Tegal City Campus. Here I will discuss a little about our new president, Mr. Prabowo Subianto.
Pengucapan Sumpah Presiden Republik Indonesia.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Demi Allah, saya bersumpah akan memenuhi kewajiban Presiden Republik Indonesia dengan sebaik-baiknya dan seadil-adilnya, memegang teguh Undang-Undang Dasar dan menjalankan segala undang-undang dan peraturannya dengan selurus-lurusnya, serta berbakti pada nusa dan bangsa.
Before going to what interesting things about him will I discuss, we must first know the background of Mr. Prabowo Subianto. Prabowo Subianto Joyo Hadikusumo was born on October 17, 1951. He is a politician, businessman, and retired TNI general who is currently serving as the 8th President of Indonesia since October 20, 2024. Before Mr. Prabowo was finally officially inaugurated as President of Indonesia, he had run as a presidential and vice presidential candidate 4 times but lost to his opponent. Okay, let's get into interesting things about Mr. Prabowo Subianto after he's inaugurated as a President of Indonesia. There are many news about Mr. Prabowo Subianto that I think are very interesting to discuss. Like the first one that I will discuss, which is about not even a month of work, Prabowo's government has arrested dozens of corruptors. To be precise, within 10 days, a number of corruption cases were revealed involving various parties and costing the country trillions of rupiah. The second, the news about the cost of burning the red and white cabinet at the Magelang Military Academy all used President Prabowo's personal money and not from the APBN. This was confirmed by the Minister of Protection of Indonesia Migrant Works, or the head of the Indonesian Migrant Works Protection Agency. The third, the news about President Prabowo's free nutrition food program, which will be inaugurated starting January 2nd, 2025. This program is focused on school children and pregnant women. Maybe that's all the news I will discuss this time. So what interests me? In my opinion, with the inauguration of Mr. Prabowo Subianto as the new President of Indonesia, his work is in accordance with what he said in the speech before the presidential and vice presidential election. This means that, in my opinion, Mr. Prabowo Subianto is not just making false promise, but he is taking real action. Indonesia is very much benefited by the inauguration of Mr. Prabowo Subianto, because I think that in less than a month, Mr. Prabowo has already made many good and positive changes for Indonesia itself. Hopefully, the inauguration of Mr. Prabowo Subianto as President of Indonesia will make Indonesia more advanced and make many good changes for Indonesia in the future. Maybe that's all I can discuss for this time. More or less, I apologize. Thank you and see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I hope you are all well. Okay, on this occasion, I will explain a little about the question words. Before we go into the material, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mesya Salsa with student ID number 632400937. I am from the Accounting Department, Faculty of Economic and Business, Bina Sarana Informatika University, class 631A35. So, do you know what a question word is? WH question are question words in English that are key to understanding how to construct effective and informative questions. So, this question cannot be answered simply with yes or no. Then, what are included in this question word? So, the first is what, where, why, when, which, who, whom, whose, and how. We can shorten it to 8W plus 1H, or commonly called WH question. Sounds familiar, right? Yes, because in Indonesia we usually call it 5W plus 1H. Okay, let's go to the first WH question, which is what. What is used to ask about something? What in Indonesia is called apa. What is a question word that function to ask something or something related to someone, in addition to functioning to find information from something. The word which can also be used to ask for repetition or confirm what is said by someone else. Example: what is purpose of this meeting? What? I can hear you. Can you repeat again? What do you think about this film? The second WH question is where, which is question about location or direction. Where in Indonesia is di mana. This question is used to find information about the location or place, destination, and position of someone or something. Example: where do you live? Where should I park my vehicle? Where is the UBSE library? The third is why. Question about the reason something happened. In Indonesia, it is mengapa or kenapa. Why functions as a search for reasons, causes, or explanations. Reasons can be positive or negative to find out the background of something happening. For example, why do you love me? Why did fire happen? Why should I trust you? The fourth is when. This is a question about time. In Indonesia, we call it kapan. When is used to ask about the time something happened. For example, when is your birthday? When will your boyfriend come? When will the cake shop open? The fifth is which. To decide between two or more things. In Indonesia, it is yang mana. This question word are used to ask about option to help us make decisions, such as asking about choices of goods, colors, opinions, and so on. For example, which language do you want to learn next? Which is better, this or that? Which gift do you want? The sixth is who. Question about people, which in Indonesia is siapa. The question word who is used to ask about a person or subject. For example, who is he? Who is your best friend? Who is your favorite Indonesia singer? The seventh is whom. Whom functions as an object in the sentence. Whom in Indonesia is dengan siapa. Whom is a question word used to ask about the person who is the object in a sentence. Whom helps us in determining the relationship between the subject and object in a sentence. For example, whom are you going to go with? Whom do you trust the most? Whom should I ask for help? Next is whose. Questions about who something belongs to. Whose is a question word used to ask about the ownership or belonging to of a particular object or thing. For example, whose turn is it? Whose cell phone it is? Who will be responsible for this project? The last question word is how. A question about the condition of something or how something is done. How in Indonesia is bagaimana. How is a question word in English used to ask about the method or process of how an event or action is carried out. Its function is to obtain information about the method or procedures involved in a situation or activity. For example, how to cook chicken or pork? How can I improve my English speaking skills? How do I operate this computer? Okay, for the material we have discussed. Now I have two dialogues in which there are various kinds of question words that we have learned so far. Let's try to listen to have conversation between Mesya and Matthew. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We are fellow students of Bina Sarana Informatika University, but we don't know each other yet. So, what's your name?
Yes, you're right. My name is Matthew Frisco. What's your name?
My name is Mesya Salsa Billa. Where are you from, Matthew?
I'm from Tegal.
Then, where do you live, Mesya?
I live in Slali.
Wow, it's quite far from here. By the way, what major are you taking?
I majored in accounting.
I can guess you're majored in information system.
Wow, that's right, Mesya. How did you know that?
Just guessing. Do you still have class after this?
No, I finished class today.
Me too. Shall we have lunch together?
Wow, that's great. Where are we going to have lunch?
What food are you craving for this afternoon?
Can you recommend any food that you think is delicious?
Of course. Which one do you choose? Pizza or ramen?
I think I want ramen.
Where is the place?
It's around here. Let's go now.
Come on, I'm hungry too.
My dear, what time is it now?
7 p.m. Why, dear?
How about we have dinner at a restaurant?
Wow, which restaurant, dear?
I have choice for you. You choose between Chowla's restaurant or Kishu restaurant.
I prefer Chowla's restaurant. What time will we go?
8 p.m.
Now hurry up and dress up nicely.
Why, dear? Why did you suddenly invite me to dinner?
Yes, I have good news for you.
I was promoted to a higher position.
Wow, congratulations, dear. Who promotes you?
Mr. Salman. He is my boss at the office.
Then, will you be promoted?
Next month, after my project is finished and successful, dear.
Okay, that's the conversation between Mesya and Matthew, which contains various question words that we have learned today. Hopefully, the material that I have conveyed can be understood. Maybe that's all I can convey. Sorry, there could be mistakes. See you.